Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. There is a trend which is actually emerging all over the world that people and countries are moving out of the dollar. People are not using the dollar. Instead, people are looking for other means of trading without using the dollar. You may wonder, why is this happening? Why are people moving out of the dollar? Why are people looking for other means other than the use of the dollar in global trading? Because the dollar has been used year in, year out as a reserve currency. But now, nations are actually moving from the use of the dollar, what is actually being called currently de-dollarization. So that is actually the topic we are going to discuss about now. But before we do that, I could request you kindly to take a minute or two and subscribe to this YouTube channel. And whenever you subscribe to this YouTube channel, always remember to smash the bell button and always like our videos. Also share our videos to your friends. And if they are lovers of politics, then this is the YouTube channel they must subscribe to, because in this YouTube channel we deal with geopolitical in the world. That means we deal with the politics of this world. We also deal with the local politics in our country, Kenya. We also give you an update of what we call news brief. And we also give you what we call news, the breaking news. And lastly, we give you what we call a politician of interest, where we analyze a certain politician of interest. And that's why, if you are a political lover, then you must subscribe to this YouTube channel. Now, let us dive in to our main discussion about de-dollarization. What is de-dollarization? De-dollarization is actually a trend which actually is emerging in the world, that people are moving away to use the dollar as a reserve currency. And people are looking towards other means of trading. And that's why people want to have to trade with other countries using their common currency. Because previously, it has been that the dollar has been like a reserve currency. That means if you were to do a global trade, you must first buy a dollar so that you can use the dollar as a medium of exchange. And people now are moving away out of that. And that's what is currently being known as de-dollarization. What has caused de-dollarization? Mainly, people are moving out of the dollar because it has been weaponized. The United States of America has been using a dollar to punish other countries, and they deny you that right to trade with other countries. For example, when Russia went in war with Ukraine, the United States of America sanctioned against the Russian government in using dollars. And remember, it is only United States of America which prints dollars. And because of that, Russia was not able to trade with the international community. And because of that, Russia had to come up with another form of trade because it could not sit while their right to trade with other countries was being violated by the United States of America. Also, you remember what happened in Zimbabwe, in Africa. And you will find that mostly African countries have suffered most because of the dollar. And because the dollar has been used in Africa as a mean of weaponization. Because in Robert Mugabe country, that means Zimbabwe, the United States of America used the dollar as a weapon, and it made Zimbabwe, its economy, to go down. And that's why very many people are moving away from the dollar. For example, in Africa, President William Samoei Ruto has actually urged the African nation to come up with a common currency. And this has also been said by Ramaphosa of South Africa, the president of South Africa, who is a member of BRIC. And also, Paul Kagame has also come up with this idea. And African countries are in a negotiation to see how they can come up with a common currency which will be used in Africa to trade. Also, the BRICS, that means Russia, China, Brazil, and South Africa are actually in a negotiation to come up with a common bank and a common currency, which actually they will use as a mean of doing global trade. And the United States of America is actually receiving what it never thought that it was coming on their way, because they weaponized the dollar and they are now at a receiving end of losing what they have been getting from a dollar as a common reserve. And now, United States, if this continue, it will lose its supremacy in the world economy. Because if BRICS comes up with a common currency, that means we will have another alternative reserve currency. They will be what we call diversification of reserve currency. It means we are going to have around 2 or 3 reserve currency which can be used in the world to do global trading. And this will be a good thing to the international community. So what will be the disadvantage of this kind of de-dollarization? If we have to do de-dollarization, it means now we will never have that what we call over-dependency of the dollar. And because of that, we are going to have what we call reduced dependency of the use of the dollar. That's one of the advantage which the world is going to experience. Another advantage of de-dollarization is that there will be diversification of global reserve currencies. That means we will be having a dollar on the other side. We will be having another with the BRIC side and another maybe with the the continent of Africa. That means there will be diversification of what we call reserve currency. That means now currency will not be weaponized to punish other countries which are not alike to you or which does not do what you like. So that's another importance of de-dollarization. Another importance of de-dollarization is that we will have increased sovereignty for country, because no country will use that money or will use currency to weaponize against another. That means there will be freedom. For if you weaponize your currency, that country will have another alternative. And that means its sovereignty will still stand. So those are the advantages of the advantages of de-dollarization in the global arena. But we may also experience what we call disadvantage of de-dollarization, because we may have currency instability because of having very many forms of currency reserve. We may also have uncertainty in global market. And lastly, we may have potential geographical risk. That means dividing different countries within a geopolitical kind of global. So what is your take about de-dollarization? Please drop your comment in the comment section below. And if this is your first time to pump into this YouTube channel, I ask you do the following. Please subscribe, smash the bell button, like our videos, and share our videos to your friends. And once you do that, I will say thank you. And for those ones who have actually subscribed to our YouTube channel, I say thank you. May God bless you abundantly until we meet in our another conversation. Otherwise, be blessed.